36 is a time. There's a story that's creating a lot of buzz this morning. An 18-year-old New Jersey high school student who took her own parents to court is not getting what she wants this time.
Here's the deal. She sued her parents, claiming they should be forced to support her despite her moving out of their house. Steve Patterson's following the latest in this story for us. I couldn't quit reading last night as I saw this story.
It is that kind of story that I think especially parents are just like, oh my gosh, and then you read a little more and you think, oh my gosh, could this happen?
Right.
This is all really happening. It's really playing out. It's a little theater. A little theater.
Yes, that's a good way to describe it.
Yes. The judge has ruled in this case, which is eliciting all sorts of responses, and we're going to get to that. But first, let's set the scene, shall we? Rachel Canning, she's an 18-year-old high school student who sued her parents after she claims they kicked her out of the house. The wrinkle, her parents disagree. According to them, she left the house under her own accord. You know the familiar parental saying, my house, my rules? Allegedly, she didn't like that. Mom and Dad say the rules were standard fare. Be respectful, honor the curfew, do chores. But yesterday, the family appeared before a judge. Rachel was seeking compensation. Before I tell you, though, how that went, listen to Morris County Court Judge Peter Bogard. See if you can guess the outcome.
Have you ever, in your experience, seen a young adult, child, whatever we want to call Rachel, show such gross disrespect for a parent?
Didn't go well for Rachel. The judge denied her request for child support of $654 a week. She also wanted her parents to continue paying her high school tuition. Judge said nope. And she wanted her legal fees covered. Add one more no to the scorecard. Now, one thing that didn't really bode well for Rachel, an email that the judge read from her to her parents where she said, I'm my biggest enemy, and do realize that a change has to be made. But this story likely not going away anytime soon. A tentative hearing date has been scheduled for April 22nd to decide if her parents have to pay for college tuition. So, I think that the judge responded, it might be safe to say this, like just about every parent would respond, especially when you see that email, too. You think, come on.
Well, the judge said, too, this is such a slippery slope. At what point does a kid say, I'm moving out because I'm not getting the Xbox, or I'm not getting the newest pair of Nike Airs, or whatever it may be?
I'll take you to court.
Like, come on.
Oh, my goodness. And let's just add one more wrinkle to all of this. Who paid for her lawsuit?
I know.
She moved into her best friend's house. Best friend's dad
is paying.
Paid for the lawsuit. You know, and we're sort of making light of all this and just saying this is crazy. This is tearing that family apart. I cannot imagine being that mom and dad.
Well, and the dad, her biological father, is the police chief, or the former police chief of the city where they live, too. So he's a big public figure.
Yep. Yeah. Not good.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Got it.
Interesting. It has us all talking this morning.
It has me worried about when my daughter turns 18.
What about your son?
Yeah.
Him, too. Talks are underway.